GB, good evening. Very good evening, GB. How are you doing, GB? GB, let me know if I'm visible and audible enough. Okay. Let me know if I'm audible enough. I'm doing amazing, GB, by God's grace. Komal, good evening. Hello, how are you, Komal? How are you doing? And GB, how's preparation going on? Audible? I am audible and visible enough. All right. All right. So let everybody join. Come on, people. Let everybody join fast and we'll start the session soon. Wonderful, wonderful. Nice, Komal. Nice to know that. Visible too, ma'am. All right, okay. Okay, people. So if maximum students join, we can start over. Okay. Yeah, so I have good evening, good evening, good evening. All right, so I can see 10 viewers here, right? So I have already taken a task, if you all remember, right? We are supposed to draft the letter. Yes, do you remember, people? We have started a task on the case note was something like Henry O'Keefe and Dorothy. Do you remember, people? Do you all remember this case note? Or anybody who is attending the session for the first time? Today I joined B-Ghud and attended your class. Good to see you. Oh, that's so nice of you, Komal. Happy to know that. Happy to know that. Right. So may your journey with B-Ghud be great. Right. And may your dream come true. I wish you all the very best, Komal, since you just started today. Right. So break a leg. All right, people. Yes. So I think then Komal wouldn't have attended this task, isn't it? So I'll just brush up the task. Right? Okay, so anybody who is attending the session for the first time other than Komal, please say yes in the chat box so that I'm aware that how many of you are new, so I can, brush up the task soon. All those who are new attending the session for the first time today in YouTube, please say yes in the chat box other than Komal so that we can brush up the task very fast. We'll just revise the task. We'll get the ideas what is the task talking about. Chalo jaldi. Hello, Josmi. Good evening. Good evening, Josmi. How are you doing? Yes. Chalo. Yes, people, come on. Without your response, I won't be able to proceed. Are you new in the session? Have you attended my session before? Good evening, Rachel. Good evening. Yes. Divya is new. Divya is today attending for the first time. Okay. I'm doing amazing, Josmi. Thank you. Doing absolutely great by God's grace. Right. So, yes, that means many of you are watching this task for the first time. So, let's brush up. Okay. I have already 6 minutes already done. Right. So, let's just revise the task. Good evening, sir. How are you doing? How are you doing? Today for the first time. Rachel is attending today for the first time. All right, fine people. So many of you are attending the session for the first time. So let's just brush up the task very soon so that we can get the ideas of the task, what is it all about, and we'll organize it. Okay, so chalo, mere saath jaldi read karenge sab log. Using the information given in the case note, write a letter to the director. हम किसे लिखने वाले हैं letter? We are going to write a letter to the director of aged care assessment team. We are going to write a letter to the director of aged care assessment team, Brisbane South Region, 78 Masterson Street, Acacia Ridge, Brisbane 4110. Explain why you are writing and what types of assistance may be required. हमें ये लेटर में बताना है कि हम ये लेटर क्यों लिख रहे हैं. Why are we writing this letter and what kind of assistance may be required by the patient. So what are the things that you have to keep it in mind? We are writing a letter to a director of an aged care assessment team. We do not know the name. ठीक है, हमें नाम नहीं पता director का, director of aged care assessment team, and we are unaware about the name. Why are we writing this letter? We have to figure out and we have to explain what type of assistance may be required. किस type की assistance की जरूरत पड़ सकती है. That is what we need to elaborate. You are a nurse with the Blue Skies Home Nursing Center. You visited this patient at home today for the first time following a referral from the Meta Public Hospital. So, आप nurse हो with the Blue Skies Home Nursing Center. You visited, that is we visited this patient at home today. We visited the patient at patient's home. Patient के home पे हम मिले हैं patient से for the first time. So, we visited this patient at patient's home for the first time. Why? Because you got the referral from Meta Public Hospital. He was discharged from hospital on 17/3/2008. Patient 17 तारीख को discharge हो चुका है और हमें Meta Public Hospital से referral मिला. We got the referral from Meta Public Hospital and as per that referral, we are visiting the patient at patient's home today. Clear up till there, people? Writing task and content is clear to each one of you. Yes, all those who are attending for the first time, I am actually brushing up fast because we have already done the task, but I guess that the task is clear to each one of you. But anyhow, if you miss any important point which you did not understand, please stop me. Please stop me if you did not understand any particular line. ठीक है? So I believe वहाँ तक सबको clear है. I believe till there everyone it's clear to each one of you. Yes, till there वहाँ तक सबको clear है. Yes, people, come on, respond. Yes, clear है वहां तक? Okay, चलो. So now let's read further. आगे read करते हैं हम लोग. Let's read further. Name of the patient is Henry O'Keefe. Address is given. DOB is 2nd February 1925. Admitted on 14/3/2008. हम already discuss कर चुके हैं कि patient 17 तारीख को discharge हो चुका है. We have already discussed that patient was discharged on 17/3/2008. He was admitted on 14/3/2008 and he was diagnosed with malignant melanoma of the left shoulder. This is what his diagnosis is. As per his medical history, large lesion successfully removed on 14/3/2008. जिस दिन patient admit हुआ उसी दिन patient का large lesion successfully remove हुआ. When? On 14/3/2008. He was discharged on 17/3/2008. He needs assistance with showering and to dress wound prior to removal of sutures at Meta Public Hospital on 24/3/2008. So, admitted on 14th, discharged on 17th. His sutures are going to be removed on 24th and prior to that he needs assistance. Okay, prior to that मतलब उससे पहले. Okay, prior to that he needs assistance with showering and to dress wound prior to the removal of sutures at Meta Public Hospital. Right? So I hope वहां तक भी सबको clear है. You all have understood. We are visiting this patient at patient's home today as per the referral from Meta Public Hospital. We visited the patient. We have no idea because about that we have not read further. We understood that the patient was admitted on 14th, discharged on 17th, and his large lesion was successfully removed. Right? Oh my God, what happened? Just a second, people. Just a second. Right. His large lesion was successfully removed on 14th itself and what was the previous slide? Yes, his large lesion was successfully removed and his sutures are going to be removed on 24th. Before that, he needs assistance. Okay, before that, he needs assistance with showering. Talking about his family history, Talking about his family history, he's a married aged pensioner. He lives in Housing Commission home with his wife Dorothy, who is also an aged pensioner, and they have no children. Okay, so here we are talking about family background, that he is a married aged pensioner. He lives in Housing Commission home with his wife, whose name is Dorothy, and Dorothy is also an aged pensioner, and they do not have any children. On 18/3/2008 फर्स्ट होम विजिट, ये होम विजिट किसने प्रोवाइड किया? हमने प्रोवाइड किया, क्योंकि 14 को पेशेंट एडमिट हुआ, 14 को लार्ज लीशन सक्सेसफुली रिमूव हुआ, 17 तारीख को पेशेंट डिस्चार्ज हुआ, और 18 तारीख को हम पेशेंट को पहला होम विजिट प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, 18 वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग द फर्स्ट होम विजिट. So on 18/3/2008 first home visit, because we got the referral from Meta Public Hospital. As per that referral, we are visiting the patient at patient's home today. So 18/3/2008 first home visit, what did we do? We provided showering to the patient. Wound was dressed, healing was satisfactory, no signs of infection, balance a little shaky. He's complaining of increased arthritic pains in hands and legs. So this is what happened on 18th को आपने पहली होम विजिट प्रोवाइड किया, आपने पेशेंट को शावर प्रोवाइड किया, आपने वूंड को ड्रेस किया, सैटिस्फैक्टरी हीलिंग है, कोई इन्फेक्शन के साइंस नहीं है, बैलेंस लिटिल शेकी है, पेशेंट कंप्लेन कर रहा है, इंक्रीज आर्थराइटिक पेन्स इन हैंड्स एंड लेग्स. Currently, he is taking glucosamine and chondroitin supplements as recommended by his GP. Pain relief with 2 Panadol 3 times daily. He is confused about why he had operation. So patient is confused कि मेरा ये सर्जरी हुआ ही क्यों. Dorothy is concerned about future. She tells you she will be 83 in August. So इसके बीच में that you are providing home visit to Mr. Henry O'Keefe, and in between that Dorothy tells you that she is concerned about future, and she says that she will be 83 in coming August. Henry has not been himself. She says that Henry has not been himself since the surgery. After the surgery, maybe Henry would be bizarre in his behavior. So she feels that Henry has not been himself since the surgery. Keeps forgetting things. She finds it difficult to manage the house and garden. Neighbors are helping with shopping, kitchen and bathroom disordered, trouble finding clean towel, dishes piled up in sink, and bed is unmade. So this is what we observed. This is what we provided to Mr. Henry O'Keefe, and this is what Dorothy said. So as part of home visit, we provided showering, wound was redressed. As part of home visit, we came across Dorothy, where Dorothy seems to be concerned about future. She says that she will be 83 in coming August. She also added that Henry has not been himself after the surgery. The whole house is disordered. ये हमने पाया. When we provided the home visit, we observed that the whole house is disordered. Kitchen and bathroom is disordered. It is piled up. The dishes are piled up, right? And we are not even able to find a clean towel in the whole house because the whole house is disorganized. So this is what we have observed on 18th home visit. Okay, good evening, good evening, good evening, my dear amazing people, right? So I hope you are connected up till here. So now what happened? So ye thi 18th ki visit. Now let's see what happened on 19th visit. So as part of 19th visit, okay, so as part of 19th visit, I hope the screen is visible. All of you, the screen is visible. The screen is visible, right? The screen is visible. 18th visit we have already provided. Talking about 19th visit now. So the very next day, 18th visit we have provided. Now we are talking about the very next day, that is on 19th. On 19/3/2008, Henry showered. The same thing repeated. जो हमने 18th को provide किया वही हमने 19th को provide किया. 18th Henry was showered. 19th also we provided showering to Henry. Wound was dressed. Still a little unbalanced. Yesterday also he had unbalanced movement. Today also the same. He rests most of the day. He does not remember being showered yesterday. So he does not even remember that he took a shower yesterday. Okay. House still disorganized. Washing piled up in bathroom. Dorothy says she would be lost without the help from the neighbors, who also appear to be cooking meal for the couple. So see, 18th whatever management we have provided to Henry, the same thing we have repeated on 19th. 18th जो भी हमने provide किया Henry को, showering provide की, हमने wound को dress किया, हमने देखा कि satisfaction है healing में, same thing has been repeated on 19th as well. Dorothy says she would be lost without the help from the neighbors who also appear to be cooking meal for the couple. So Dorothy को लगता है कि ये neighbors के बिना they absolutely cannot do anything because it is the neighbors who are doing things for them. It is the neighbors who is cooking meal for the couple. So Dorothy says इनके बिना I am completely lost. Concerns. Provided there are no complications with the wound healing, your role in providing nursing care ends when sutures are removed on 24th. मतलब ये किसका concern है? Whose concern are you talking about? Provided there are no complications with the wound healing. अगर wound healing को लेकर के कोई भी concerns नहीं है, so your role in providing nursing care, that means our role in providing nursing care ends when sutures are removed on 24th. Have you understood? So this is our concern. What is our concern? Our concern is that if there is no concern regarding the wound healing, if there is no complications regarding the wound healing, our role in nursing care ends because sutures are going to be removed on 24th. By then, our nursing care will end. So you consider, we, the nurse, consider that Henry and Dorothy need to be assessed for further ongoing assistance in managing the house, garden, with shopping and preparation of cooking. So हमें क्या लगता है कि इनका medical background affect हो रहा है? Do we think their medical background is getting affected? No. When we provided the 2-day home visit, that is on 18th and 19th, we understood that Henry's condition is fine. Okay, fine. We are providing visits. He does not even remember that he took a shower yesterday. At the same time, the whole house is disorganized. The dishes are piled up in the sink. We cannot even find a single towel, a clean towel. The dishes are not done. And it seems that Dorothy is also lost without the help of the neighbors who seem to be cooking meal for this couple. So we understood कि इनकी जो condition है इसे assess होनी पड़ेगी from the aged care assessment team on terms of which condition? On terms of managing the house, in terms of managing the garden, and in terms of shopping and preparation of cooking. So we think the social background is getting affected, not the medical background. Okay, we are concerned about their condition, that how will they socially manage this condition. We are not at all bothered about the medical condition. So what is the plan? Request a home visit by the aged care assessment team as soon as possible to fully assess their needs and to arrange for appropriate further assistance to be provided. So this is the plan by us. We want the director, and please people, be very, very careful. We are writing a letter to the director. He will himself not do it, right? We want the reader to arrange it. We want the reader to organize it. So we are going to request the reader to arrange a home visit or organize a home visit by the aged care assessment team to fully assess their need, right? So people do not get confused. देखो assessment दोनों को जरूरत है. Both Henry and Dorothy need assessment. They need further assistance too. But who is the patient? But who is the patient? Henry or Dorothy? Oh, I happen to see here. Anu Joseph, ma'am, my OET result came. I got UK score. Wonderful. Amazing. Amazing. Anu Joseph, hats off. Hats off. Happy for you, girl. Right? Your classes help me. Oh, that is so nice. And it's seriously, what to say, elated to see this message in this live platform, Anu. Congratulations, girl. Hats off. Right? Hard work paid off. Ale? Hard work paid off, Anu. So I'm very happy for you, Anu, for announcing the result in this live platform so that many students can be inspired, right? So absolutely very happy for you, girl. All the very best for the future endeavors too, right? Keep me in your prayers, and very, very, very happy for you, girl. Absolutely elated to see this news in this live platform. Right, Anu? And I happened to see this message right now. I was busy reading the task. I did not see your message. I just overlooked it. So, very happy for you, girl. Right? And you are inspiring so many students at the same time. Right? So, lots of blessings from everyone. Alright, so all the very best, girl. Happy to know about it in this platform. That is what is motivating me. Right? When you announce your result in this platform, it is seriously, you know, it's exuberant. Absolutely. All right. So, right. Getting back to the task. So, Anu, all the very best, girl. All the very best. Okay. Chalo. So, getting back to the task. Who is the patient? Who is the patient? Henry is the patient. right? Henry is the patient. So will you talk about Dorothy in the RE part? Will you talk about Dorothy in the introduction part? Will you talk about Dorothy in the body paragraph part? Will you talk about Dorothy in the recommendation paragraph? Where are we supposed to keep Dorothy in our letter? What is the role of Dorothy? See, the role of Dorothy is essential in our letter, right? The role of Dorothy is essential, but she is not as essential as Henry is. Because the patient is Henry, my dear people, not Dorothy, right? Who was admitted? Henry was admitted. Whose large lesion was successfully removed? Henry's large lesion was successfully removed. Who was discharged? Henry was discharged. Who was initiated with home visit? Henry was initiated with home visit. We showered whom? We provided the assistance to whom? We provided the assistance to Henry. On top of that, we came to know that Dorothy has her own concerns. And after providing 2 days of home visits, we understood that the couple need to be assessed. Have you understood, people? So Dorothy, although she has a major role, but not in the introduction part, not in the RE part, right? You will give importance to Dorothy in the latter part of the letter. Is it clear, everyone? Task is clear to everyone. Is the task clear to everyone? Right? We have already discussed the task. Now today we have to end up this letter. Okay. Clear up till there, people? Clear up till there? Task is clear to all those who have joined today for the first time. Komal, there are many students who have joined today for the first time. I hope the task is clear, the explanation is clear, you understood who the patient is. Whom are we talking about? Clear? Wonderful, right. So tell me, what would be the date of the letter? Date kya hoga is letter ka? What is the date of the letter? 18th, 19th, 24. When are we writing this letter? Yes, people, when are we writing this letter? Very good. See, we have to trust our eyes and nothing else, right? We have to trust our eyes. We know that 24 the sutures will be removed, right? We know that the sutures will be removed on 24. So that is the date which is yet to come, right? That is the date which is yet to come. So then 19th is the last visit that we have provided. So you cannot get emotionally attached, ma'am. 20, 21, 22, 23. What happened? Were we not providing home visit? Right? It is so bad if we are not providing home visit. No. You have to trust your eyes and nothing else. So 19/3/2008 is the last visit that you provided the visit. Right, 18th you provided, 19th is the last day you provided, 19th is the day you plan that yes, we need to request the director of the aged care assessment team to request a home visit. So of course 20, 21, 22, 23, no information given in the task. We cannot assume whether it would be 20 or 21 or 22. We cannot assume, and even if you assume, on what basis will you assume? So you have no clear picture. So the only clear picture which is visible in front of eyes is 19/3/2008. So that would be the date of the letter. aa raha hai samajh mein sabko, right? So 19/03/2008 will be the date of your letter. Leave a 9. Why are we adding article the in front of designation? Because when we are not provided the name of the reader, we are supposed to put article the. The director, aged care assessment team, Brisbane South Region, 78 Masters NST, Acacia Ridge, Brisbane 4110. Leave a line. We are writing the salutation as dear sir/madam because we are unaware of the name of the director. The task has not provided the name of the director, so you will write dear sir/madam, comma, leave a line, RE full colon, Mr. Henry O'Keefe, comma, DOB. See, both the ways are right. Either you write RE full colon, Mr. Henry O'Keefe, comma, DOB full colon 02/02/1925. Either you write like this or you write RE full colon, Mr. Henry O'Keefe. Do not put any punctuation. Write the DOB beneath RE and DOB full colon 02/02/1925. Both the ways are clear, people. Is it clear to each one of you? Both the ways are clear. And both the ways are correct too. Okay? Both the ways are correct too. Clear? Right. So let's start drafting our letter. Let's start drafting our letter. So I've provided the answers and today we will justify. Okay? I've provided the answers and today we will justify That why so, why not so. Is the screen visible? You all can see the introduction. You all can see the introduction, I guess. Yes. Okay. So the very first line I am writing is what tense, people? Present continuous active voice. So what is supposed to be remembered? What is a mandatory thing? If you start with active voice, that is I am writing, do not use the word this letter. आपको this letter word use नहीं करना है, क्योंकि जो आप लिख रहे हो वो एक letter ही है ना? जो आप लिख रहे हो, what you're writing is a letter, so do not write the word letter. And if you plan to write in passive voice, please do not give importance to yourself. That is, this letter is being written by me. By me is not wanted, people. You do not have to emphasize the word by me, because when you start, जब आप start करते हो, this letter is being written, ये understood है कि ये letter कोई लिख ही रहा है, right? It is very clearly understood कि ये letter कोई लिख रहा है, so you do not have to emphasize on yourself. Okay, so two things please remember very carefully, that when you write I am writing, do not write the word this letter. When you're writing it in passive voice, this letter is being written, आपको by me नहीं लिखना है, ठीक है? I am writing to request. After to, we always use first form of the verb. I am writing to refer, I am writing to update, I am writing to transfer, I am writing to introduce, I am writing to request. We use first form of the verb. I am writing to request you to arrange. Why arrange? Why not provider? Because the reader is a director. आप director से provide करने को नहीं कहोगे, right? Director arrange करेगा, director organize करेगा, ठीक है? So I'm writing to request you to arrange a home visit. Task में सिर्फ एक home visit की बात हो रही है, home visits की बात नहीं हो रही है. So please be very careful in the task. Was it visits or was it a visit? So be very careful about it too. So I'm writing to request you to arrange a home visit. किसके लिए? For Mr. Henry O'Keefe. Do not speak about Dorothy, dare you, please. Do not speak about Dorothy in the introduction. We have not kept Dorothy in the RE part, nor will we keep it in introduction part. So I'm writing to request you to arrange a home visit for Mr. Henry O'Keefe to assess. I just told you after to we always use first form of the verb. To assess his living condition and to provide further ongoing assistance. Q. Due to surgical removal of malignant melanoma of the left shoulder. Why have I added article the in front of left shoulder? Because I'm specifically talking about the left shoulder and not about the right. Introduction clear? Grammatically, introduction clear to each one of you. Why present continuous, why active voice, how to write in passive voice, which form of the verb, why article the. Is it clear, everyone? Right? Introduction set, introduction clear, no confusion, introduction absolutely set. Clear? Alright, so let's read the first body paragraph. Introduction is clear, everyone? Let me know. Clear? Done? Okay, wonderful. Nice. So let's move on. Let's move on. So Mr. O'Keefe was admitted today itself in the grammar class. All those people who have attended the grammar class with me, you all know that we learned simple past today. And I specifically told you when the admission date is past tense as compared to the date of the letter, we always emphasize it in simple past tense. Provided the patient does not admit by himself. The patient is always admitted by somebody else. Patient खुद से नहीं admit होता है, patient को admit कराया जाता है. फर्स्ट थिंग. दूसरी बात, एडमिशन को हमें सिंपल पास्ट में इसलिए लिखना चाहिए क्योंकि एडमिशन डेट जो होता है वो आपके टास्क में दिए हुए टुडेज डेट के कंपैरिजन में पास्ट डेट होता है, तो सिंपल पास्ट. और पैसिव वॉइस इसलिए क्योंकि पेशेंट को एडमिट कराया गया, somebody else admitted the patient, so you should write it in passive voice. तीसरा, इन फ्रंट ऑफ स्पेसिफिक डेट्स यू शुड ऑलवेज यूज प्रेपोजिशन ऑन. आपको स्पेसिफिक डेट्स के सामने प्रेपोजिशन ऑन यूज करना है. नाउ जस्ट ड्राफ्ट इट. मिस्टर ओकेफे was admitted, simple past, passive voice. Okay, so Mr. O'Keefe was admitted on 14/03/2008 and underwent the surgery. Now see, underwent is second form of the verb. What is first form of the verb? Undergo. What is first form of the verb? Undergo. Underwent, second form of the verb. Undergone, third form of the verb. Why are we using underwent? Why are we using underwent? Because the surgery is a completed action. It is simple past, and under simple past, what is the structure of active voice of simple past? Subject plus V2 plus object. Underwent is V2. Have you understood? So see, the full first line is actually simple past. पहली line simple past passive voice और दूसरी line simple past active voice. He was discharged on 17/3/2008. आप discharge की बात भी simple past passive voice में इसलिए लिखोगे क्योंकि date of the letter के comparison में patient discharge हो चुका है and discharge is done by somebody else. So he was discharged on 17/3/2008. He has been recommended assistance with showering. Why has been? What is has been? Has been कहाँ use होता है? Present perfect में, right? He has been recommended assistance with showering and to dress wound. Therefore, what is therefore? Supporting connector. What is therefore? Supporting connector. He has been recommended assistance with showering and to dress wound. Therefore, home visits have been provided. Why are we writing this line in present perfect? Because we are writing the letter on 19th. When have you started home visit? Yesterday. The action which started yesterday has continued up till today. जो home visit आपने कल से start की थी वो visit कल से start हो करके आज तक continue हुई है. Understood? So he has been recommended assistance, or you can give importance to assistance. Assistance has been recommended with showering for Mr. Henry to dress wound. Therefore, इसीलिए therefore semicolon therefore comma, please keep it in mind. Therefore is a supporting connector and you use it inside semicolon and comma. ठीक है? Therefore comma home visits हमने home visits provide किए, so do not get confused. We are asking the reader to provide one home visit. Okay, we are asking the reader to provide one home visit. हमने एक से ज़्यादा visit provide किए, that is why here it is home visit, so do not get confused. We are asking the reader to provide one home visit. We have provided more than one, that is why here it is written home visits plural have been provided. Why have we written have been provided? Because we have started the home visit since yesterday and it has continued up till today. During the subsequent visits, which visits are you talking about? I have clubbed the two visits. Why have I clubbed the two visits? Because in both the visits we are talking about the same thing. We are observing the same thing. We are coming across the same concern. Why not clubbing? ठीक है, तो हमने दोनों visits को club कर दिया और club करने पे हमने क्या use किया? During the subsequent visits, comma. अब हमने क्या प्रोवाइड किया? He was assisted in showering and his wound has been dressed daily. ठीक है, हमने showering में assist किया पेशेंट को और wound को daily, that means कल से लेकर आज तक daily the wound has been dressed. His balance is slightly impaired. Okay, balance अभी भी impaired है. Although his wound is healing well and does not have any signs of infection, comma, he complains of increased arthritic pains in hands and legs. What is the connector that I have used? I have used an opposing connector. Why have I used an opposing connector? Although his wound is healing well, भले patient का wound heal कर रहा है, infection के कोई signs नहीं है, लेकिन, okay, so although is a contradictory connector, although is always a starter, because although is a starter it should start with capital A, although is always followed by a positive statement. After although you are not supposed to put any kind of punctuation. Have I followed all that? Yes. Although it's a starter, it's capital A. I have not put any punctuation after although. मैंने although के बाद कोई भी comma नहीं लगाया है. Is healing well and does not have any signs of infection, comma. That means first I have used a positive statement and then I'm putting comma. He complains of, I want a verb, okay, not noun. मुझे noun नहीं चाहिए, मुझे verb चाहिए because subject plus verb. He plus complains. He complains of increased arthritic pain in hands and legs. Clear or no? First body paragraph is clear, each one of you. Right, people, first body paragraph is clear to each one of you. Have you understood the grammatical ingredients we have used, why we have used, how we have used, how the grammar has actually helped us in drafting that first body paragraph? Did you all pay attention? Were you all ears? Clear hai? ठीक है? All right, so let's move on to the second body paragraph. Okay, so let's move on to the second body paragraph. So see, in the full first body paragraph, we have not uttered about Dorothy. हमने Dorothy के बारे में बिल्कुल भी बात नहीं की. हमारा patient Henry है, तो हमने Henry पे ही focus किया, right? Now we have to come to Dorothy, right? So second body paragraph, all of you please have a look. Mr. O Cafe and his wife comma Mrs. Dorothy, comma our aged pensioners. So what have I done? I have kept Mrs. Dorothy inside two commas. And why did I do so? Because अब मैं उनकी बात कर रही हूँ, Mr. O'Cafe and उनकी wife जो कि है Mrs. Dorothy, comma our aged pensioners. That means I'm talking about both now. Mr. O'Cafe और उनकी wife जिनका नाम है Mrs. Dorothy, comma Mrs. Dorothy, comma our aged pensioners. So what tense is that? This is simple present tense. Okay. Are aged pensioners and have no children. Are aged pensioners, simple present. Have no children, simple present. They find difficult. They. See what am I applying here? I'm applying subject verb agreement. यहाँ पे मैं subject verb agreement apply कर रही हूँ. What is the subject? What is the rule of subject verb agreement? What is the rule? When subject is singular, verb is singular, add s to the verb. When subject is plural, verb is plural, do not add s to the verb. Right? When subject is singular, verb is singular, add s to the verb. When subject is plural, verb is plural, do not add s to the verb. They find it difficult to manage the house and garden. Okay, they find. So यहाँ पे subject क्या है? They क्या है? Plural. When subject is plural, verb is plural. When verb is plural, do not add s. Have I added s with find? No. ठीक है. So they find it difficult. अगर यहाँ पे he होता तो I would have written he finds difficult. अगर she होता she find difficult. I होता I find difficult. We होता we find difficult. They है they find difficult. Okay. So he and she finds difficult, he finds difficult. Here the subject is plural. So they find difficult to manage the house and garden. Their house is completely disorganized. It's a fact that the house is completely disorganized and piled up with unwashed clothes and dishes. Endirnalum, lekin, tab bhi, semicolon, however, comma, their neighbors help them with cooking and shopping. मतलब यहाँ पे मैंने यहाँ पे contradictory connector क्यों लगाया? Why have I used an opposing connector here? भले इनका house पूरा completely disorganized है, भले पूरे अनवॉश क्लोथ्स पाइल्ड अप हैं, डिशेस पाइल्ड अप हैं, लेकिन their neighbors seem to be helping, right? So there is a contradictory statement. First is a negative statement. Here when I'm talking about neighbor, it's a positive statement. So it's a positive negative statement, so it is contradictory. So I have clubbed the 18th and 19th visit together in the first body paragraph, giving importance to Dorothy, and second body paragraph I have taken the whole as a couple, and I have made the reader clear that they find very difficult to manage the house and garden. That means I'm trying to emphasize a need they want. Okay? So that I've covered in the second body paragraph. Coming to the recommendation paragraph, you can see I have kept two recommendation paragraphs, and you have to tell me if both of them are correct or one is right or other one is wrong or both are wrong. In view of the above, you all know there are various starters. In view of the above, in light of the above, given the above, or straight away starting from it would be appreciated. ये चारों के चारों सही है. In view of the above, comma, it would be appreciated if you could. देखो could, would, should के बाद आपको हमेशा first form of the verb ही use करना है. ये please याद रखना, ठीक है? If you could monitored, no. If you could organized, no. If you could continued, no. If you could monitor, if you could observe, if you could assess, if you could evaluate, if you could arrange, if you could organize, ठीक है? तो हमें यहाँ पे organize use करना है. So in view of the above, comma, it would be appreciated if you could organize a home visit as soon as possible. क्यों? To fully assess किसके needs? Their needs. Okay, their needs, and arrange appropriate assistance. Please note, एक important note भी हम साथ में दे रहे हैं, that our nursing care, हमारा nursing care will end simple future. Why am I writing in simple future? Because the date that I'm going to use is representing simple future, right? So please note, our nursing care will end कब? When Mr. O'Cafe के sutures, Mr. O'Cafe के sutures. So I need a position here. Mr. O'Cafe apostrophe s sutures, sutures plural है, are removed. कोई और remove करेगा, passive voice, are removed. In front of specific dates I have to use on. So please note, our nursing care will end when Mr. O'Cafe's sutures are removed on 24/3/2008. या तो आप ऐसे लिखो या तो आप सारे needs को emphasize करो. How? In view of the above, comma, it would be appreciated if you could evaluate. As I told you, could, would, should के बाद आपको first form of the verb use करना है. It would be appreciated if you could evaluate their needs and provide appropriate assistance in managing their house, comma, garden, comma, shopping, and preparation of cooking. Please note, our nursing care will end when Mr. O cafe ke sutures, cafe apostrophe sutures are removed on 24/03/2008. Yes, people, both the recommendation paragraph correct, both the recommendation paragraph wrong, both the recommendation paragraph okay, ma'am. We will write anyone. Both of the recommendation paragraphs are correct, people. दोनों recommendation paragraph correct है अपनी अपनी जगह. Clear? Yes, people, you're there with me throughout. Yes. Very boring task. Not at all interesting task. Huh? Yes, have you understood, people? Talking about the conclusion, right? You can write any conclusion that you have learned at B-Ghud orientation class. If if you have any queries, or please do not hesitate to contact me for further queries, any conclusion that you have learned at B-Ghud. Okay, so if you have any queries, comma, please do not hesitate to contact me. Query spelling QUERIES, hesitate spelling HESITATE. If you have any queries के बाद comma आता है, do not forget to put comma. So if you have any queries, comma, please do not hesitate to contact me. Full stop. Leave a line. Yours faithfully. Y capital F small. Why yours faithfully? Because you do not have the name of the director. When you are not provided the name of the reader, you write yours faithfully, rather yours sincerely. When do you write yours sincerely? When the name of the reader is provided, you write yours sincerely. Here the name of the reader is not provided, so yours faithfully, comma, leave a line. Why are you leaving a line? Because name of the registered nurse is not mentioned. Registered nurse का name mentioned नहीं है. Yes, people. ठीक है? It's a very interesting task. It's a nice task, that how to manage a couple case, especially when the patient is only one, right? How to give importance to both, but giving main domination to the patient, right? That is what the task was dealing about. Yes, people, clear. Task is clear. Explanation is clear. Grammar is clear, everyone. Nice, 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 Komal. Nice to know. Yes, people, done. Clear? All of you will practice this letter. All of you will practice this letter without fail. Yes, any kind of concerns and queries that you have regarding this task. Thank you, Anne. Was it helpful to you? That sounds great then. If it is helpful to you, if it came out beneficial to you, if it is going to be helpful in future, work it out, people, right? So any kind of concerns and queries regarding this task that is unclear to you or that is bothering you, let me know. Keep me updated, people. Keep me updated if there is anything, any kind of concern or queries that is bothering you. Please let me know. Nice, nice, Josmi. Do practice, okay? Josmi, everybody will practice this letter, right? You can expect such kind of cases where you talk about a couple, but the concern, like we have to hear them both, right? And the patient is only one. So it is all about how you keep your patient. Where do you keep the patient in your letter? Where do you keep the other person in the letter? So there, the role of grammar has a big role, there the role of grammar arrives in how to draft the letter, especially when you know the organization and you find difficult in sentence formation. So this letter actually deals with that. All right, people, so that is all for today. Thank you, everyone. Catch you at 9 p.m. for the writing Zoom session with another interesting task. So we'll catch up there, people, right? So we'll catch up there. So thank you, everyone. Bye bye, good night. Thank you. Thank you, Jibi. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Komal. All right, people. Yes. So keep the hard work going on, everyone. Keep the hard work going on. Break a leg. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Catch you soon, right? So the very same session I'll be doing in FB coming Friday in Malayalam. Okay? Coming Friday, I'll be coming live in FB and we'll be doing the same session in Malayalam. Okay? So all those students who feel that you should get the Malayalam translation of this particular topic, I'm going to take it in FB coming Friday at 7 p.m. Stay tuned. Right? All right, people. So thank you. Bye bye. Good night. Catch you at 9 p.m. Bye bye.